Hi guys. Happy Monday. It's going to be a beautiful week. And I just needed to get on here and talk to you guys. I'm really excited. I'm super excited. So magic is happening. Like serious magic is going on in my life right now. I don't even know where to begin. I'm just going to jump in, and I want to start out with I had an idea, I think it was back on the 18th last week, to do 30 days of dating yourself. And it's a really fun, good idea. But many of you, if you've been following me very long at all, you know that I am, lovable, spontaneous, genuine, humble, mostly honest. What am I? I am inconsistent and scatterbrained. Inconsistent and scatterbrained. And I'm creative. I get lots of ideas. So what happens is I have to work really, really hard at turning the ringer off on my phone. I don't want to be distracted by it. I'm very distractible, hugely. So anyway, I get these great ideas and they're amazing and marvelous, but what happens is that I keep getting ideas. And so the ideas kind of fall on top of each other. So this 30 days thing, that's the reason it's here, is because of that tendency. So if I come up with a really great idea and you really like it, you can help me by encouraging me, letting me know, hey, this is really helping me. Thank you for doing this. Anyway, that will help me stay consistent, because when I see that you guys are really enjoying something and really using something, then it kind of reminds me, it pulls me back to continue doing what I'm doing. So anyway, that's just a little side note there for those of you who are like, I thought we were doing 30 days of dating you. So what I will do with the 30 days of dating you, I'm a poet and I don't know it. Actually, I don't know what I'm going to do. So comment here and let me know what you think I should do with this. Should we just jump right back in? All the stuff I'm telling you and the magic that I'm going to share with you is getting to know yourself, is helping you with that same concept. Really, all the things that we do are just ways to remind us to stop holding on to the details in our life. Stop letting them ruin our day. Okay, so here's the magic. Here's what I wanted to talk to you about. Okay, I can't even sit still. Last week, again, I wrote an article called, oh my goodness, what was it called? Oh, stress is optional. And I said, yeah, it really is. And so a lot of people have kind of questioned me on that. And even I have said, okay, Rebecca, come on. At least not at first. And even the article says that it's a practice. It's something that you have to work on. But so you're not going to have a stress-free life tomorrow. But you will have less and less stress as you learn how to put into practice the things that I talk about in that article, which I'm going to talk about a little bit now. So I think I kind of decided, fine, what I'm going to do is I can't get inside anybody's head, and I don't know how things will work out for you. All I can do is share with you what I'm doing and how it's helping me. And then if that helps you, great, but it's not going to help everybody. We're all in different places. So, of course. But what I'm doing, here's my magic, is I've completely let go of details. And the more that I do this and the more tested I'm becoming, because life's like throwing things at me to say, really? You don't care about the details? Really? So I know even more testing is coming, but I'm experiencing a breakthrough with not focusing on the details. So let me give you an example. I talked about I think it was in my last video, that my husband didn't get paid on time, and I had my bills set up so that he had to get paid, or else bills would not get paid, and they're auto paid. And You have to cancel them like 2 or 3 days in advance. And so I'm always playing this guessing game. Will he get paid? And so really the smart thing is to get ahead of the bills and have the money already there. And I'm trying. And so here's where one of my life lessons lays, is in how I'm dealing with money. And it's especially challenging. So I couldn't come up with the word at this point because I'm not working. And, I'm starting out a new career. I have my writing, I have these videos, and I have different things that I'm doing. And like I said, it's very hard for me to get focused and pour my energy into one product that I can offer for sale. And I could go on and on about my feelings about that. So anyway, it's challenging. The money part is challenging. And so here's what I've come to. So this morning, today, Monday, I hope I'm not talking too fast. I have 2 bills coming out that I couldn't stop in time. I thought my husband would be paid on Saturday. And so I thought, I have till the end of the business day to get that cash in the bank. He gets paid cash, not direct deposit. So I have until the end of the business day on Monday to get the cash in the bank, and it'll be fine. Because all I have is like at this point I have $47 in there, and I have $900 worth of bills coming out. So, you guys, and you've seen me grow, or if you haven't, if you're new to watching me, you can go back and see how I reacted to problems in the beginning and how I'm able to react now. And I have just done like this big leap, this big shift, and it's it's really exciting. So okay, so how I'm not freaking out about the bills coming out. Who's watching, by the way? Hello, thank you for watching. Facebook doesn't tell me, so I don't know who you are, but thank you so much for watching me. I hope it's not too confusing, you jumping in like this. I'm just talking about, who are you? Johanna! I feel like a winner. Yay, I win! Johanna's watching. Good morning, Miss Johanna. Okay, so anyway, you kind of know some of my situation. I think I talked about it on Saturday, maybe? Yeah, I think I did. So anyway, I'll stop. Okay. My brain is too full and too scattered to be able to speak coherently. But I'm going to do my best anyway, because I really want to share this with you guys. So the magic of letting go and letting God, it truly is obtainable. And this is something that I think all of us have tried to do for years and years and just couldn't quite get there. And finally, I'm like, you know what? We need to stop pretending that there's a chance this life is eternal, that maybe we'll be the one person who continues to live. Because that's kind of how we live our lives. And that maybe we can protect our family members long enough. Basically, I'm just saying, stop being afraid of death. Stop letting death scare you, because the fear of death makes you afraid of everything else. If you can get rid of that one fear, you won't have any more fear. Nothing can hurt you. Nothing else matters. Now I have somebody else watching. So send me a thumbs up and it'll tell me who you are. Because that's what Johanna did. Otherwise, it doesn't show me. But anyway. Yeah, if you can lose the fear. So how did I do that? How do you just lose the fear of death? I don't know how to tell you that. I'm writing a book right now, and it's called I'm Broke, and I love that. And that title's inspired by Kyle Cease. If you don't know who he is, go look him up. He's worth listening to. Gosh, you guys, it's so free. I use mindfulness to kind of help me cope with the initial stress that I feel when I see a problem. But when you don't care about the outcome of a problem, not in a I give up, but in a this is an adventure, let's see what happens next way. when you're presented with a problem, like I was today. Yesterday, I got an order on my Etsy for one of my 30 days of Learning to Love You books. Well, I didn't actually have I didn't actually have another copy. And so I was like, oh, I'm going to have to get one from my mom. And this could be a long story, so I'm going to try and make it not a long story. So on top of not freaking out over the money, because there's going to be fees. You guys, if you've ever had late bills, there's lots of fees associated with that. And I'm just like, okay, so there's going to be a lot of fees. And I just take it like that. And I'm like, you know what? The world is not going to end. I'm not going to worry about it. So on top of that, I'm like, I need to mail this lady a book. And so I have some options, but there's a few things going on this morning. So let's put that problem to the side. I had a few options to deal with that, but I really needed a book in the physical because Etsy, I like to mail the book personally so I can include a note, and it's just it adds a little bit of a personal touch. Whereas if you order the book on Amazon, it's just coming from Amazon. So anyway, that's why I wanted a physical book. So also, because I can't use my bank account because there's negative money in there, I'll need to use cash today, and I don't really have any. I think I've got like $2 or $3. So Veronica needs a shirt for a drama performance that she's doing. And so anyway, I was like, that's okay, because on Monday I'm going to be paid $40 for walking the dogs that I normally walk Monday through Thursday. And so, that'll be fine. Well, then the lady texts me and says, I don't need you to walk the girls today because I'm going to be there. I'm not feeling well, so I'm going to go home. And immediately I thought, oh, no, I'm not, that $40 just disappeared, right? So I was like, now what do I do? And so I kind of asked myself, asked my heart, what should I do about this? And I just came to the understanding that if I just sent her a text and said, hey, I know you're not feeling well. Is there any way, if you were planning on paying me today, is there any way that I can come by and pick that up? Because normally it's not a big deal. I don't care if she pays me late. It's not that much money. And I didn't want to be embarrassed and say, I'm so desperate, I need $40, right? But I just felt in my spirit, if I open myself up and become vulnerable to her, then it gives her permission to open herself out and open herself up and be vulnerable also to me. So this is how it played out. I sent her that text. She said, yes, of course, come by. And she said, also, do you have a printer? Because I never even made it to work. She started driving to work, decided she felt awful. And so she came home. She said, I was going to print something out at work. Can you print it for me? So I said, sure. So I go, I'm sorry, this is confusing. So I print out the paper for her. Maybe she was feeling awkward about asking me to do that. Probably not. We're pretty good friends. But anyway, it just kind of opened the door, made it easy for her to ask a favor, since I'm asking a favor, and then she can ask a favor, right? So I walk over there with the item she needed printed, and I said, okay, long shot here. Do you have the book I gave you for Christmas, 30 Days of Learning to Love You? And have you written in it yet? And she said, yeah, I've just been reading it. She said, but I haven't written in it yet. Do you need it back? And I said, yes, I will order you another one, a new and improved one, because I've actually done some updates. But this woman on Etsy ordered it, and I don't actually have one. Well, the point I'm trying to make here is that this beautiful friend of mine and we got a lot closer in our friendship. We gained a lot more connection just by me saying, I need help. Just by me allowing myself to be a little tiny bit vulnerable. And that doesn't maybe seem like a big deal, except that if you knew me before, I never want to put anybody out. I never want to, make anybody unhappy. And so I wouldn't ask. And I could go on and on about why that's a big deal. But that's just the way that played out. And then I was able to print a shipping label, and it's not even going to come out of my $40 cash. My husband's supposed to get paid tomorrow, so you guys send me prayers that that's actually how it works out. Although, if it doesn't work out that way, then I'll get to see something interesting. So either way, it's a win-win. I mean, I don't know. We'll see how this plays out. And that's another thing. I told my husband, it's okay. Hoon, it's okay. You don't have the money to give me. These bills are they're not going to clear the bank. We're going to get fees. But I don't care about that. We have an amazing marriage, and it's going to work out. It always does. It's going to be fine. And because of that, then I let him off the hook. Then he doesn't feel like he's not being the provider he needs to be. And he probably still feels that way, but he knows that his wife doesn't see it that way, and that she loves him. And this man cooks for me, you guys, and he cleans. So, I mean, what can I do, right? I need to provide for him. Anyway. I kind of lost my train of thought, but you can see where I'm going with this. When you let go, when you completely say, I don't care, when problems come in your pathway, and you allow yourself to feel the initial feeling of what now? And you allow yourself to feel like the nervousness of, I can't fix this. I can't do what I need to do because I'll feel too vulnerable. And then you allow your heart to give you the strength that you need and the guidance. Oh my goodness. It's so freeing, you guys. I am so happy. I feel happier than if Hoon would have gotten paid this weekend. If he would have said, oh, guess what? My boss is going to pay me on Monday, not Tuesday. So, and I'm going to get home early, and so you can go to the bank. I feel better than I would have if that scenario had played out. And maybe it will. I don't know. The day's young. But I was able to see in those little things this morning how letting go provided for me. How letting go just took care of it. And I think it a lot of times will work out that way. Anyway, regardless of how we feel about it. But why do we give ourselves Ricky, Ricky, Johanna. I'm gonna call you Ricky now. You're going by your middle name. Johanna, I just saw your comment. Go, girl. Thank you. Yay, I am going. I can't stop. It's not even a choice. Sorry, distractible squirrel. Who knows what movie that's from? Bonus points if you do. Squirrel, that one. Anyway, if you know what movie that's from, maybe you need to go watch it again because it's a really good movie. And if you don't, go look it up. Anyway, I'm going to stop babbling for now. Louisa. Hi, honey. So anyway, Louisa, you're on here, and I'm going to say goodbye. Hopefully, I think maybe you've been on here the whole time, but sometimes it doesn't tell me. But anyway, I'm going to go. So, Louisa, if you are just now getting on, make sure you go and watch the replay because I babble like normal, but I'm excited. It's excited babble. Anyway, guys, go have an amazing Monday. Go have an amazing week. And I'll see you on the flip side, as they say. Love you. Bye.